Hello my crafty friends, and we're back again for part 3, the wrap up video. I never thought in a million years it was going to take this much time, but I went ahead and finished putting the remainder of the triangles on so that you could see like the finished idea, and I'm going to turn it your way since I am really backwards from you. So there you are. That's what the inside of the card will look like. Isn't it adorable? I just love all of the Sherry Baldy images. Once again, this is the Jill image. She's an older 3D decoupage image, and she is 0 to 6. Okay? And this is Heidi Swap paper that I'm using because I also love Heidi Swap. And I believe it's the Hello Beautiful collection. Anyways, so we're going to close it up now. I hope you got the hang of closing it up and opening it up in the folds and such. And like I said, if you had any trouble at all, any trouble, and you want to Skype or you want me to explain it or show it to you again without fumbling, because I did watch that part of the video, I will be happy to, but I think that you kind of have the right idea anyway. Okay, and I hope that you got the idea of where the triangles go now and how to cut them. I know that a couple of my viewers were wondering how to cut the triangles the way that I did to make it look correct. So now we're going to go on to the belly band. That is the part that is 2 by 12 at the base, which is the black part, and it's 1 3/4 on top, on the top layer, which is the floral one. Okay, and what you do, the simplest way to do that is just to put it at the center of your card, like so. Okay, and then you just fold it into the center. You give it a little pressure, not too much, okay, on both sides. All right, and then you kind of push it down just a tad. Okay, you don't want it to be too tight, because then it's not gonna come off of the card, and you don't want it to be too loose that when you lift up the card the belly band falls, because that would be embarrassing. Okay, anyway, and here is the part of the video that I shared with you that there was a gap or a place where we would need to place something over the belly band, and this is the place. This is the place that we're going to add the adhesive squares that I mentioned, and we're going to cover this gap because after all we use 12 by 12 paper, and that's as far as the 12 by 12 can go. So we're going to take our adhesive, okay, and you're probably going to find some type of little embellishment or something that will cover this section of your choosing. You know, that is going to be completely up to you what you choose to cover your section here. I decided to use another of my lace flowers that I created the other day, because this does have florals on top, and because it is, you know, kind of dainty and pretty. And so you take your adhesives like that. You make sure that they're on the edge of your belly band, not anywhere touching this center here. See, not touching, on the edge. And then you go ahead and you place your centerpiece. That's what I'm going to call it, the centerpiece. You place your centerpiece there on your belly band, and it looks like this. Okay, isn't that beautiful? So then the belly band, it just slides right off so beautifully, right? This is not a hard part. Well, as I said before, the hard part is the folding, initial folding of the card. So once again, this is what our card looks like now that we've created it. Remember, we're going to have 4 large triangles that measure 5.5 by 5.5, and we're going to have 16 small triangles that measure 5.25 by 5.25. So you're going to need 2 pieces of 5.25 paper, 1 piece of 5.5, and then you're going to remember your centerpiece, anything that you want to put inside. Okay, I hope that I've been able to explain this all to you where it was teachable and understandable, and not crazy out of the realm of learning. I learn by watching. That's the best way that I have always learned, by watching someone do it. So I think these tutorials on Facebook, or on YouTube rather, are very, very successful and very worthwhile. So this is going to wrap up our tutorial. And as I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, you leave them in the description bar below. You find me on Facebook, or you private message me and let me know, and any questions at all, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Okay, I guess we're finished for tonight. It's been a long tutorial, but a necessary tutorial. This is the only way to do it so that everybody can understand it. I don't want to speed through anything, and I also didn't want to go too slow, but I hope it was enjoyable, and I hope you'll come back and watch another tutorial of mine in the future. I'm sure none of them will be quite this long. Until next time, my friends, you be blessed and be a blessing to others. Good night and toodles.